Alright, welcome back everybody to the final Fortress hero in round 2, Mr. Karli, in this duel mode series, which we're sticking with stone halls on, so please don't forget, like and subscribe. Let me know if you guys have been enjoying this entire series. Let's see, so he's the third hero, he's going to be facing the first of everybody. But thank you guys for all of the likes and subs and watch time for this series. You guys have been awesome. I appreciate you. Let's see what we can do here with Karli. So if you are new to the channel, obviously again, please don't forget like and subscribe. But what we do here, we're just doing the duel mode series. So we're going through every single hero from every single faction. They're going to be facing everybody else's faction for the first 3 rounds, and then the 4th round they're going to face their own faction units, or heroes I should say. So all of the Haven people will face only the Haven people for that round. Then we'll do just a final video to add up everybody's wins and losses, as well as not just the hero's wins and losses, see who's the best hero, but also who has the best town win-loss ratio as well. So please do not forget, like and subscribe. Be sure to check out all of the other duel mode series. If you are new, get caught up. We're in the very end of round 2. We only got the stronghold heroes left for round 2, and then round 2 is complete. But yeah, this is all I do. I just let the AI do its job, see what's going on. It's actually been, I've really enjoyed it. I've liked being able to just sit back and watch a game that I love, and you know, it's honestly like opened my eyes to some other stuff too, because obviously some of the unit variations I don't normally use, so it's interesting to see how the AI uses them, as well as just what the AI decides to do as far as casting, what they decide to do as far as you know who they move where and who they attack and why, or at least what I can make of the reasoning. Um, and it's just been fun to watch. I mean, again, I've loved Heroes of Might and Magic, especially 5. 5 is my favorite for, I mean, since it came out. So, still here in 2025 by the time you guys are watching this, but technically 2024 when I'm playing this. Yeah, it's still one of my, arguably my favorite game of all time, specifically this one. But there will be a new Heroes of Might and Magic game coming in 2025. Should be, it says in the first half, or the second quarter technically, of 2025. So first half, but second quarter of the half. So we'll see. I'm super excited. Be sure to obviously, if you haven't seen any of it, I have all of those videos up on my channel of all of the faction reveals and everything like that, so you can get caught up on it. So yeah, be sure to check that out, because super excited for it. It doesn't look like Heroes 5, it looks a lot more like Heroes 3, not only with the map and how the heroes look, as well as the town itself when you're inside it. The fighting, like this, is a little bit like Heroes 5, but it's still looks more like 3 than it does 5. Just obviously better graphics and everything, so kind of a mix of 3 and 5. But yeah, I'm super excited about it. But we'll see here who's gonna win this first fight. So again, if you are new, the only win or loss that counts is for the red player. So everybody gets to be the red player. Everybody will face everybody as the red player at some point. So right here, if Irina wins or loses, it does not go on her record. We are only doing who we are on, who is the red player, which is Karli for Fortress here. So whatever happens to him, win or lose, that will go on his record here in round 2. So in round 1, he was 3 and 4, which was second best win-loss ratio of the 3 Fortress heroes. So Helmer was 6 and 1 in round 1, and then Ebba was 2 and 7 in round 1. But then both of those two heroes went 4 and 3 in round 2. So we'll see if Karli can somehow switch the tide a little bit there for Fortress, or at least see if he can get a positive win-loss record here in round 2. Right now, it's not looking so good for him. Griffins are pretty good units themselves, and then you add Irina being the Griffin hero, just adds to that effect pretty massively. So they're pretty fucking deadly. But at the same time, while Fortress is definitely a decent town for sure, Karli is pretty bad as far as your unit being the Spearmen, because they're probably one of the worst tier 2s in the game, if not the worst. But let's see, so facing the first of everybody, Marbus. So yeah, let me think. So Spearmen, way worse than Crossbowmen from Haven. Horned Overseers, I like the other ones, I always forget their name. The ones that can leap, I actually think those are pretty good. I would still say, they're not great, but I would still say that they're better than the Spearmen, for sure. Um, let's see, my boy the Zombies, underrated, great utility meat shields. I think they're more useful and better than Spearmen as well. Blade Dancers, especially if you can get a beautiful hit with multiple targets, they're pretty fucking good. Let's see, Centaurs from Stronghold, better than Spearmen, even more so if you add the whole, you do the other effect of adding the hero Haggish for the Centaur hero. Gargoyles, I would take Gargoyles over Spearmen, mostly just because of their utility. They're for a tier 2, they're pretty hard to kill, pretty defensive, and you can't cast spells on them, not like super effectively anyway. Massive meteor shower there from the Pit Lord though. Who else am I forgetting? Dungeon Blood Maidens, 100% better than Spearmen. Like, easily die on that hill. 1000% better, no question. But I think that's everybody. So yeah, Spearmen are probably the worst tier 2. Definitely, like, bottom 300%. So having 2 of them out of your maximum of 7, and then that being your, I guess, ability, if you will. Oh my god, specialization, rather. Not so good. We're obviously seeing that here, but having 2 devils with some pretty high numbers, and then pit fiends as well, is pretty massive here for Marbus. Marbus definitely has a very good dual mode series team, which we do see that a lot. Some of these teams are just actually much better and much more built for dual mode than others, for sure. Same with the heroes. Yeah, I've always said since I started this series just on a whim because I just kind of wanted to see if I would like it as well as if you guys would like it, which thankfully you guys have, and I have really enjoyed doing it as well. I really wish that they would have added all of the heroes in dual mode series, or been able to play with all of them, or at least more than just 3 for each. I feel like they should have at least gone for 4 to go halvesies on each heroes faction team, because I'm pretty sure there's 8 heroes per faction. Um, 6 for sure, but let's see, let me think. Yeah, maybe 7. I don't know. But yeah, only having 3, definitely feel like they could have done more. I wanted them to, but here we are nonetheless. Definitely super excited for the next Heroes game. Now, I didn't really play any dual mode in Heroes 6 or 7. Mostly just because I didn't play much Heroes 6 or 7. I did play it, but just, the hot seat skirmish type and not much else, just because the game was definitely not, 6 and 7 was not as good as 5 in my opinion. It was still okay, definitely not bad, but damn, those spearmen are fucking dead. That's hunters without luck. But it is Oser who is the hunter hero. But yeah, not a big fan of Heroes 6 and 7. I really like what they did with the units. That was super cool. Obviously, it's always cool to see new units and everything. Um, and while the factions were technically the same, they were mixed up and different too, some new units, some reworked and different ones. And I honestly, in a way, I liked the possibility of like, um, if you get behind units and stuff, you do more damage. Like, I think that was, I liked it and I didn't. I liked it because it added something more to the game, more strategy to where you don't want any unit to get behind you technically because they'll do more damage, but at the same time I feel like I don't know. It was a little annoying because, just barely moving, you're gonna do like an insanely more amount of damage, which I understand, but at the same time then you have to watch out for if you do that move, then you're way closer to the enemies, which again I understand is, part of the strategy aspect of it to figure all that out and, you know, plan, but man, I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna do it in the new Heroes game either, Olden era. I'm not sure about that. If they're gonna have the aspect of extra damage from getting behind somebody, or if they're just gonna play it. Why would you do that? But me personally, if I had a choice, I'd probably say I would rather them not have the extra damage when attacked from behind. Man, Karli is getting worked on. Dead. 0-3 is Karli thus far. But yeah, if you are still here, you can obviously go down in the description and follow me on Twitch live. Could have been here. Orson. Man. Love me my necropolis. Let's see if Orson can show him how it's done. Bears are dead. Those leeches are gonna get fucked up. Damn, okay. Big hit there from the Thanes. Okay, I didn't get to see how many were resurrected. Moving too fast. And 3 leeches dead. And that's the thing about those ghosts, man. If you miss them, S tier unit right there. If you hit them or if they hit you, pretty mid, but man, I will stand by ghosts until the day I die. They're an S tier unit. Just that right there is worth it. Okay, some luck, 14. Sucks it didn't plague him, but it is what it is. That said died 0 both times. Why are you harm touching him? But 2 died. Well, 1 and then another 1. Phantom forces again. Miss. See? Right there. Thane. Super high value unit. Wastes a turn and then loses 2 for doing it. Massive. Damn. I mean, I guess it is the Spearman hero. Dead. Okay. Resurrects 3. Those leeches need to move though. I wonder if we're just not seeing some stuff, because I'm surprised at the zombies. Damn, 8? And then misses again. Okay, 1 from the skellies. Doesn't harm touch him this time. I don't know why those zombies didn't plague this guardian down here when they originally... See this one? Why he didn't plague twice now. It must be whatever rune it is, stopping it from happening. Okay, 10 spearmen for that. Missed again. Takes another one. Telling you, man, those ghosts would be dead if they would have gotten hit all of those times. But because they're not, they're still just murdering everybody. 22 big hit there. 15 big hit. And these leeches are just killing themselves. Okay. Missed that time, no retaliation. Boom. 2 Thanes dead. Yeah, those skeleton warriors, like, I'm not gonna lie, I always use the skeleton archers because I like ranged units. Like, they're my favorite units. Just having ranged ones, and While Necropolis is my favorite town, they obviously do not have very many, especially if you take off the skeleton archers and use the skeleton warriors, then you just have leeches as your ranged unit, which is okay, but not that great. So I always use the skeleton archers just for another one, but dude, those skeleton warriors are like super underrated. They're really fucking good, honestly. Yeah, zombies, yeah. 14 and then 1. Honestly, harm touch him. Nope, okay. I mean, I guess I get it. You'll just leave the 3 dragons for last. But then I feel like you're going to have a problem hitting them. What are you going to cast? Okay. Still don't know why we're not going after the magma dragons. Obviously, the last issue here. Dead. Oh, not. Still not dead. No retaliation. Okay, here we go. Harm touch. S tier ability. That's why whites are minimum A if not S. Wraiths, I'm sorry. They're all the same to me. Damn, doesn't kill 1. Okay, zombies coming in. Okay, 1 for a loss of 4. Easy. I would take that all day. Another zombie coming in. Plagued him. Lost 1. No retaliation. Okay, 1 white. Not another. Ghost. Trying to fuck up the spearman. Still alive though. I mean, they're still kicking strong. Okay, I like that play. I like that. Hey, make them wasted. Damn. Now the ghosts are getting fucked up. But, I mean, you think about it, it took them that long to do, 60 kills on the ghosts this late in the game. Now they're down to, 6. They started with 71. Do you know how many turns they've had? Do you know how many attacks have been missed? Crazy. As long as he gets retaliated on, he's dead. Which he is. And the zombies come in. That's what I'm saying, man. Look, the zombies are not great, but their utility, is worth it. Like, they're a tier 2 unit that does decent damage, that has utility in the damage, decent defense, undead as well, so that's a factor of utility, and they're just supposed to be the meat shield, and they do just that. So, I'm not saying they're S tier because they're not S tier units, because their movement sucks, their initiative sucks, and, they don't have an insane amount of damage, their defense is okay, they're just they do their job, man. They are the meat shield of Necropolis, and they do just that. So at best here, Karli is only going to be able to match his win-loss ratio from round 1, which was 3 and 4, so not so good, -1, but we'll see if he can. Right now he is 0 and 4 to start. But he has definitely faced some of the better units this round himself. Irina's definitely, I think she's tied for the best right now with 6 and 1 and then 7 and 0. And then Marbus is, he's the best. Inferno hero thus far. Orson is the best. Necropolis hero. So Razak both rounds has gone 2 and 5, so we'll see if Karli can beat him here. And then we got Irina, which is kind of either last or second for dungeon, and then he'll have Garuno, which was only 1 in 6 in round 1 to face, so we'll see. But right now, not sure if those mages do some fireballs in that bottom left corner, man. And honestly, if the gremlins heal up that golem, then that will be worth it. Not bad, but I probably still would have done bottom left, especially because he's the spearman guy. But that's just my thought process behind it. Damn, doesn't kill one. Yeah, I think Karli's gonna finally get his first win here in round 2. So his magma dragons are not gonna... Oh god, he's got the incorporeal. That's... Yeah, it's over, man. That's such a nasty cast that they can do that. Definitely one of the reasons why Fortress is good as well, using resources for casts and runes and everything. It's pretty good. Me personally though, I've never liked Fortress, never been a fan. I don't really like their units. I really like the Rune Priest. He's super cool. Thanes are alright, they're pretty cool. And then the Magma Dragons are, you know, arguably the best tier 7 in the game. But don't really like the Guardians, hate the Spearmen. Bear Riders are okay, but they're like nothing super crazy. I mean, they're cool and everything, but you know, like if I'm thinking of any other tier 3, I'm taking so many other the tier 3s. Again, not because the Bear Riders are bad, but you know, if I go for Squires, maybe. I mean, way less movement, but kind of better stats and everything. Cerberus. I would probably take Bear Riders over Cerberus just because Cerberus is going to get that one massive nasty hit in the very beginning and then just going to get absolutely destroyed. I mean, unless he just goes untouched, then he'll shred you, but that's almost never the case just because he can go all the way up to you, fuck you up really well with one hit, and then he's going to die. Yeah, Ghosts 100% better than Bear Riders. Hunters 100% better. Minotaurs, I would probably say Bear Riders are better than Minotaurs. But Minotaurs aren't terrible either. They got their, you know, double retaliation if you use that one. They're okay, but Bear Riders are better. Warriors for Stronghold I like. I would say I would take them over Bear Riders probably. And then Golems for Academy I would take over Bear Riders, mostly just because the utility of you essentially can't attack them with magic, which I think is pretty crazy. I mean, you can, but it's going to do way less damage. And then they're pretty good. Golems are pretty decent attack and damage. I mean, it's, you know, not S tier attack or damage, but honestly, they're pretty defensive and their attack is decent, especially with the multiple retaliation as well. So, did I get everybody? I think that's all the tier 3 units. So yeah, Bear Riders are on the lower end of tier 3 units for me. Because I'm taking hunters and ghosts above them for sure. And then everybody else kind of just goes on preference, honestly. Massive hit there from the Thane. Another. Dead. But if you want to talk about more creatures and tier lists and where they add up, obviously feel free to go check out all of my creatures tier list. I have done one giant one with all of the creatures all in one, and I have done one with each tier, so all the tier 1 creatures in one video, and then the next video all tier 2 creatures, and so on. And then one where I did an updated one. And by the time you're watching this, I doubt I've updated it. I might update it again before Olden Era comes out, just as a final, like, change. But yeah, if you're interested in that. I also did the towns themselves, because for me, Fortress is super overrated. Um, only good late game, and even then, I feel like even though Fortress is very good late game, their army is just not that great, so as long as you kill them outside of their castle, then you got a pretty good chance of beating them. Not that their army is weak, I would say Fortress is I would say mid with their army. You know, I can think of a couple of towns that I would put under them for sure, but I would also take a good amount of towns above Fortress as well. But Karli finally gets the first win of round 2. So again, best case scenario, he goes the same record and goes 3 and 4 here in round 2. Alright, facing Urena, and then Garuna. Oh, sorry about that. Had to send me a text. Let's see. Yep. Because you have 3 Shadow Witches, you're gonna lose. That's pretty much all it is. Shadow Witches are the worst tier 6 in the game. No question. And you have 3 of your 7 units as them. And 2 of them aren't even upgraded ones either. So, yeah. Pretty shit team here for Urena. Which shows because she went 1 and 6 and then 3 and 4. Which I'm surprised she went 3 and 4, honestly. but I mean, let's be real, it's mostly because of the Blood Maidens and Grim Raiders, not because of anything else. Which I guess the only other unit, I mean, they only have 3 total units, just multiple copies, but yeah. I think this is another win for Karli for sure. Because those dragons are just gonna rip through that team right there. And still got a very good amount of spearmen left, so. And then even the guardians, I mean, guardians are decent tier 1. They're nothing great. But yeah, decent tier 1 units, the guardians. Nothing amazing, but like just no complaints. Like they're decent attack, not very much, but you know, I mean that's just kind of a tier 1 for you basically, but pretty good defense for a tier 1, honestly, even without all the spells and extra shit. Like if you're talking, they're better than peasants. The only thing that peasants are good for is just taxpayer. I mean, let's be real. Other than that, they're pretty shit. Imps, just basic, massive, great utility, absolutely great utility. Like I would take imps over most units, especially in like big team fights, because they're just gonna take all the fucking mana from the hero. I understand the later the game goes, it's that amount of mana still going to allow the hero to cast a shit ton still, but way less, you know. So uh, nonetheless, they don't have the best attack or defense either. Skeletons, depending on which one you use, I would still take either upgraded skeleton over the guardians, in my opinion, probably. Um, oh, who we got? Sprites or dryads, definitely taken over guardians for sure. Um, Mostly because of their utility as well as no retaliation, being able to hit multiple units. Um, so all of that is better than guardians. Um, I would take guardians over goblins. Um, Gremlins I would probably take over guardians. And then I would take guardians over scouts or assassins. Because they're just not good. Despite what everybody wants to tell you that they're super good and, you know, just, oh my gosh, they go invisible, wow. Yeah, they're good in the beginning of the game for that strat, and then they're trash. So, not good. That's what it is. But Karli here wins. We'll see if he can keep up with his round 1 record. Gotta beat Garuna to keep being consistent. But it's probably gonna happen because this Cyclops, I guarantee, is gonna just wipe out his own team. Which is why Haggish and Garuna lose so many fights, which sucks because part of me wants to like swap out not swap out, but move the Cyclops so he can't do that. But I also am now halfway in this dual mode series and haven't done it yet, so I feel like at this point it would kind of just be cheating everything that's happened in a way. So we just leave it, and, you know, don't get me wrong, they've won fights, but they have definitely lost many fights due to that, and it sucks. But what can you do? I mean, because it's definitely no guarantee that if I even would move the Cyclops that they still wouldn't club the fuck out of their units anyway, so every single fight between these guys, we just have to hope that they don't. That's all it really comes down to. Damn, killed him. Damn, go get him. Boom. Yep, it's looking like Karli stays consistent. Ooh, with some luck. Shamans are underrated, honestly, to me. They have a pretty good attack in general, let alone any attack that they do, any melee attack that they do, which is all they can do technically. Casts as well, as we just saw, like casting the weakness on the Bear Rider, which is pretty nice utility. And honestly, they got some pretty decent defense. Like, I mean, for a tier 4 unit, they're pretty defensive. And then they can cast some spells as well, so a little bit of utility in that. So they're pretty underrated in my opinion. I mean, they're not an S tier unit by any means, but um, I'm pretty sure I put them in A in my tier list because definitely think they deserve it. Damn. Yeah. I was gonna say it probably did. Did. I mean, if that Cyclops can get back there somehow and hit some luck like that, then they're good. Okay. Probably gonna lose one. Nope, still not. Should one here. Okay. I don't hate that. I feel like she should have killed one by now. Or did she? I don't think she did. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I would just stay back there too. Fuck it. Let the hero take him out. The Thanes are pressed up there. And then you got two shooters, so why move? Ooh, missed. Big bullshit there. Damn, and then he gets one? Yeah. Just keep on waiting. Spearman probably gonna kill him. If not, Karli will. Before he gets a turn, he's dead. 1. And there goes Karli. 3 and 4. So please don't forget, like, subscribe, guys. Goes 3 and 4 again in round 2 with Karli. We'll see you guys in the next fight. 2 more rounds to go still in the rest of this one.